It's not easy to start a school system from scratch.
The community is based on the schools and gathered around the schools.
Everyone worked together. There was a unity that was there that is just so special.
Leadership Vestavia Hills presents the formation of the Vestavia Hills school system.
We formed our own school system on April 30, 1970, basically for two reasons. Our children were attending county schools, and the pupil-teacher ratio at that time was 45-1. And we wanted to provide our children with a more quality education.
The success of Vestavia, the people of Vestavia, they wanted a better school system. They wanted to have more control of their school system, and they also were going to support their school system.
The challenge was the tax base. We had to get the money, and if we could not get the tax base, then we wouldn't have the money to start the school. And so we had to have a vote of whether they would accept, the community would accept this additional tax to support a school system for the city of Vestavia Hills.
Integration.
Well, 1963, Alabama was integrated. Some of your colleges started being integrated, but Jefferson County schools and most of your public schools were still segregated. And Jefferson County came under a court order, federal court order, that they had to have 25% black teachers or 25% black students. If you didn't have that, or you couldn't provide buses for students coming from out of the systems to meet the court order, you weren't going to have a school system.
And the judge made comments to our lawyer, who was Robert S. Vance, to the fact that Vestavia Board, we think you forming the school system to avoid integration, to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. You will educate the children in the Oxmoor Valley, down in the Shannon area. In grades 7 through 12, you will buy a fleet of school buses. You will transport them to and from school. Mr. Vance told the court, "No, sir, we have no intention of educating those children from the 7th grade to the 12th grade." And Mr. Vance said, "Your Honor, we want these children. We want to educate them, but we want them in the 1st grade through the 12th grade."
From Berry High School to Vestavia Hills High School.
We had Vestavia East, and the kids went to Berry High School.
When the system was first formed, the juniors and seniors, those two classes, had the option of coming to Vestavia. They had a choice.
Berry took in from Shades Mountain all the way down to the county line. Had my class not gotten broken up into the two schools, we would have had over 600 kids in my graduating class.
Well, I started out at Berry, and my parents gave me a choice of whether or not I wanted to go to Vestavia or not. I think at Berry there were so many people in our class that you didn't know everybody. Whereas at Vestavia, with 180, most of us had gone to school all our lives. We were good friends by then.
The faculty.
One of the first ingredients you have to have in grades K through 12 is a strong faculty.
The teachers formed a very close bond with each other and with our students because we were working so hard. It wasn't 8 to 3. It was 8 to maybe 10 at night sometimes, wanting the kids to be happy because if they were happy, then they would learn.
Those teachers worked with us. Henry Ruckus, oh gosh. This guy, he worked with us, especially me, to help me with my grades academically and to become a great athlete, and to become a great person.
We weren't just teaching them their academic subjects, we were teaching them life skills, just trying to be there for them in whatever capacity they needed.
As the school system grew and developed, the boundary lines just expanded because people wanted to come to these schools.
The kids had goals, and the main goal in graduate of Vestavia High School was to go to college, to get accepted to a good 4-year college.
I was the first to graduate from high school. I was the first to attend college. All of that was because of what I got when I came to school here.
We were a young faculty in age, so the kids could relate to us a little bit better.
They were more with us because we had to organize, and they're having to organize. My class, we chose our nickname, we chose, the colors.
It was the students that voted on everything, and they had voted on the red, white, and blue, so we had to have something to go with the red, white, and blue. Actually, we were going to be Patriots. Homewood was forming their system as well. Like the day before we voted, Homewood picked Patriots. We had to change real quick and became the Rebels.
Growth. Since 1970, the Vestavia Hills school system has grown from one elementary school, one junior high school, and a student body of 2,500 to 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, and a student body of 7,000.
If you look at the start of the school system, why it started back in the 60s and 70s, the parents were concerned because of the overcrowded schools. What's going on today? They're concerned about the overcrowded school. So the system is going to have to make some decisions. How are we going to relieve that over 2,000 students in the high school? So the same problems going on today, going on in the 60s and 70s.
We really have a lot to be proud of, but we did a lot of work to get it going.
That's the love Vestavia has as a community. Everyone works together.
It was one of the best things for us, our family, and it also was one of the best things for my kids as well. My kids graduated here.
Vestavia Hills school system is the crown jewel.
The success of a school or school system is the academics, and there's a lot behind that. It's the community, the teachers, and everybody working together.